boy, girl, boy, children, my lovely children, my boy, girl, children. Oh, hi. It's probably the stupidest intro I've ever done. Okay, now look, before I get into this little character review, I want to just point out, I liked the movie. I know there are people who despise it more than anything, and I know there are people who think it's the best movie in the world. But for me, Bird Box is a pretty okay movie. I think the acting and the idea for the plot are some of the most interesting and original things I've seen in a while. However, there's one major thing about this movie that makes no goddamn sense, and it annoys me to pretty much no end. Hey guys, my name is DJ, and today I want to talk about how Bird Box's villain makes no sense. Now, I put villain in air quotes because I don't really know exactly what to call this thing, so for the sake of simplicity, we're just going to call it the BBV for the rest of the video. Now, I understand that's kind of part of the movie. I understand that you're not really supposed to know exactly what the BBV is that's causing people to kill themselves and harm others. However, the plot aside, the BBV makes no sense. It has no idea what it's trying to be. In the beginning of the movie, the rule was simple. If you see it, you die. After only a few minutes though, the rule kinda completely changes. All forms of consistency pretty much just get thrown out the window. First off, if you were to describe this force to somebody, what would you really say? I have a strong theory that you would have no idea what to even describe it as. There is no real definition as to what the BBV is. I have tried to recommend my friends multiple times to see this movie, and when I try to really describe exactly what this mysterious force is, I'm completely lost. This evil force does so many different things and has so many different effects that I can see why it's pretty difficult to really grasp at what it is. I want to ask you a simple question. Is the BBV, as we've dubbed this thing, a physical force? I know, it might be a simple but odd question to ask if this thing is a physical being or not. To most people, as we start off this conversation, I'm pretty sure you'd be unsure. However, this movie, in the beginning, almost tells you exactly that it is a physical force. In the, to be fair, very creative scene, a few of the characters go on a supply run, using the GPS in their van to avoid seeing the force. During this drive to the store for supplies, the car's motion detectors start going out of control, and it is alluded to that the BBV is what's setting off this motion detection. Yet, if that was the case, that would mean this is a physical force. If you look up how do motion detectors work on Google, you get, and I quote, "They emit light, for example, a laser, and then if something blocks that light, the sensor is triggered. Passive motion sensors pick up infrared signals put off by body heat. If the sensor notices an infrared energy, the motion detector is triggered and an alarm may sound." So that means this force is physical? It is, by that definition, a physical object that may or may not be producing body heat. By this logic, it should be almost no different to you, me, an animal, or an object in our world. It should be able to be touched by you, and vice versa. The BBV is literally touching or being in the way of the car as they drive to the grocery store. But if that was really the case, why couldn't it just force itself into buildings then, if it is a physical force? This is another major complaint that I have, and it's even more annoying when you think of how the movie ends. As shown here, the BBV is literally right next to our main characters as they try to enter the sanctuary, and as such, could very easily slip through into the building with them and kill everybody that can at least see. But why can't it? Why is it merely impossible for this thing to enter the building with them? What, it can control or kill its victims, but a simple door is just too complicated for this thing? Although, to be fair, I can see why this is written into the movie. You know, because a movie has to movie and do plot things, and sort of have a sanctuary for the characters, so, you know, I'll give it a pass. That one pass, however, you know, that's the one pass you're gonna get, movie, because we haven't even gotten to the most annoying shit about this. I mentioned it earlier, and I'm finally going to address it. The main problem I have with the BBV is it can't really ever decide what it wants to do to its victims. In the beginning, the BBV is described to let you see your dead loved ones, like how Douglas's wife conveys, which I assume just causes you to want to kill yourself? Okay, I can sort of understand that. Maybe it allows you to see these loved ones and makes you feel the urge to be with them. So even though that's a bit bonkers, I can sort of see why that makes sense. But this theory, it's pretty much disproven immediately. For the rest of this movie, the characters who are being controlled by the Force, which we will get to later, describes a more beautiful setting and scenery. What? I thought it showed you your loved ones, not some beautiful and lovely scenery. What is it that I'm supposed to be seeing from this thing? Hell, it is even being described by Gary's drawings. And if these are his loved ones, then holy hell, his bloodline is horrible. And furthermore, why is Gary and other characters even able to go on with their lives after seeing this thing that's meant to kill you immediately? Or make you kill yourself immediately? I thought we established early on that seeing this thing gives you an instant need to kill yourself. So why are people like Gary and the man in the boat able to go on with their lives and just try to force people to see the BBV? What makes them special? What makes them able to just go on with their lives without needing to kill themselves? You can't just pick and choose this. Give me a solid reason why the BBV, well, I guess, picks and chooses who gets to live or die. I don't know. At this point, I just need to go. If you have a reason, please just let me know in the comments below. I watched this movie nearly a week ago, and I still have a headache from the goddamn confusion and mess this movie tries to explain with its force and what it can do. Oh, and when you're done explaining in the comments, I have a task for you. I want you to look out in the world. Maybe, just maybe, you will join me and figure out what this force can provide. Maybe you can join me and finally, just finally, open your eyes with me. Anyways, that's gonna have to be the end of this video here. Did you guys like it? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to see more of my over-analytic and dorky content, why not check out this video here? And while you're staring at this outro screen, why not click this little subscribe button? Anyways, hope you have a good day, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye! Yo.